Growing up, I've always been determined, like no matter what goal I set out for myself, I was always going to accomplish it. No matter like if people would say, no, you're not going to be able to do that. Like I was very determined to accomplish anything that I set forth for myself because I know that it was possible. And then when I say that I'm selfless and I'm caring, I've always had a strong passion for giving back to my community. I feel like it's always important to give back to your community because those are the people and individuals that make you into who you are and shape your story. Growing up, I was always, I would say, a shy person. I still am today, but I feel like I've always been shy and reserved because I felt like I could never show my true self to other people because I always felt like when I tried to be myself, people had something to say or they had a certain expectation of who I should be. So I was always the person that wanted to please others, and in the end I was never really happy or pleasing myself. And even if I pleased them, there will still be something that they talked about. So as I got older and I joined like a lot of women empowerment groups at school, like we were told to be in a space where we could be unapologetically ourselves, which I loved. And so I just had to learn how to be accepting of myself. And especially when I got into my relationship with God, I had to ask God to allow me to see myself exactly how he sees me. Because a lot of times I felt because I was flawed that no one would accept me or no one would love me. And I felt that because I was flawed, I wasn't even worthy of a relationship with God. But I had to realize that if I didn't like myself, in some way I was not liking God. So I just had to be open to just being myself and allowing me to not look at the negative things, but find good things that I loved about myself because I couldn't expect other people to love me if I didn't love myself. So I had to be open to that. One of the hardest things that I had to accept about myself was that I'm a person that loves perfection. And sometimes perfection is really not something that you can attain because nothing in this world is really perfect. And when you plan like certain things for yourself in life, you have to realize that sometimes your plans don't go the way that you imagine. Because, for example, when I was graduating college, like I was determined that I'm going to graduate 2 years early. I worked hard towards that plan. And then when last year, when it was time for me to graduate in the second day of the semester, it all came crashing down and I wasn't prepared for that. And I didn't understand like, why was this happening to me? Why was my scholarships taken away? Why was I withdrawn from school, especially when I'm a 4.0 student? So it was a lot of things that I didn't know how to accept. And when I talked to other people, they were like, Natalia, you know that you have like a spirit where you're determined to succeed, but you don't necessarily prepare for when things don't go your way. So I had to learn that that's kind of something that is kind of bad when you are trying to focus on your own plans and not focusing on really the plans that God has for you. Because in all of my plans, I never, talked to God about them or got his opinion.
How did that affect you mentally? How did that affect your mental health?
Okay, so when everything happened with school, I would say I fell in a bad state of depression. I don't like to say that it was depression, but it was, because I felt like other people around me was telling me that I was a failure. And I thought that I was never going to accomplish the dream that I had for myself. And it was hard. I had called so many friends, especially in that dark time. I just wanted other people to tell me that everything was going to be okay. And when I would call those friends, those same ones that I would be there for, and to never get a call back or to never get even a text to check in, it made me feel like I didn't have anyone. And for a long time, I felt like I had to just shut out everyone in the world because nobody seemed to care. And so I thought that I was never going to, see this dream of mine happen with graduating. When I saw my friends graduating, I was happy for them, but on the deep down inside, I was hurting because I was like, I was supposed to be there too. So when I would see on Instagram like graduation pictures, I would get triggered and I would just fall much deeper into a bad space. Like literally every day I would not talk to anyone. I would spend my whole day crying. And then at one point I had to realize that if no one was going to be there, that I had God. So I started growing closer to him because I was like, God, I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of living like this. Like, I don't know why I'm going through this, but I know that if you put me through this, that we can definitely get through it together. So yeah, I would say that I've gotten into a space where if I ever feel a negative emotion coming on, I would just turn to God and start praying. Like, especially when I went through the incident with school, I literally broke down in my car that same day because I was like, God, I'm tired of living like this. And so I wanted to give him everything. And when I give him everything, I felt peace. I no longer had to worry about the situation. I was like, God, I'm going to let you handle it. And so whenever I'm going through something mentally, I just talk to him, or I try to read affirmations and things like that, or journal, or I get into doing makeup because it takes my mind away from the things that are going on. But I feel like now I am more open mentally because I grew up in a household where it wasn't that important to focus on your mental health. Like if you had something wrong, then it'll be like, oh, mental health is a bad thing, or you need to see a therapist, that's a bad thing. So now growing up and being around other people who are so vocal about mental health matters, like it just made me realize that it's okay if you're not okay. It's okay if you need to talk to someone, and it's okay to say that you're not okay. I'm happy that like since I gave the situation with school to God, like literally he started working instantly. Like things got better. I was able to get registered for my final semester of school, and I've been doing my classes and I'm getting ready to graduate. So I'm so excited about that because I didn't think a few months ago that it would happen. I thought there would probably be another year or another delay in this dream of mine. So now I'm in a better space, both mentally and with everything that's going on. And when it comes to plans for the future, I'm just open to whatever God has ordained for me. Like I literally tell him every day, like, I just order my steps according to your will. Like whatever you have planned for me, I want to go for whatever that is. I don't want to just focus on what I have planned for myself, but I want to see genuinely what you have planned for me. So I'm just open to all the possibilities that he is going to provide for me. But I'm also open to, like, if I have my own plans, then I just talk to him about it. In my past, I used to be fearful because I had a lot of flaws. Growing up, when I was in elementary school, I had a best friend who's no longer alive, sadly, but she had introduced me to pornography when I was younger, and I was curious and I didn't know, like, oh, what was that? Oh, my friends are doing it. Let me see what it is about. And so growing up, I didn't have the love of my father. I didn't have a lot of love from other people around me. So porn was kind of something that I got into to just kind of feel a sense of love. But after I watched it, I feel so much guilt and so much shame. And I wouldn't feel love. I'll feel much lonelier than I was before. And so when I watched it, I felt like I was walking around with people able to see that flaw about me, see that I had sinned, see that I wasn't perfect in a sense. So it was just something that I would fall back into whenever I got triggered that I didn't have anyone. And so for a long time, I dealt with that, and I felt like because I watched it and it wasn't talked about in the Christian faith about watching that, I just knew it was wrong. And so for a long time, I hid that, and I would stop watching it, but whenever I was triggered again, it would be something that I went to for comfort. But like I said, I would feel so bad for watching it. And then it was one day when I saw a podcast that talked about addictions in young Christians that I saw other people who were around my age going through the same thing. And I listened to them and listened to ways that they overcame it. And I just gave, like I said, I gave it to God. And I had to realize that for a long time, I thought that because I had that flaw, that I wasn't worthy enough to be in his presence. And when I read Pastor Sarah's book, Women Evolve, she said on one of the pages, like, God does not want the perfect you. He doesn't want who you pretend to be. He wants who you truly are. Like, whether that's the ugly truth, whether that's the good, the bad, the flaws, he wants who you are. And he is he is El Roy. He's the God who sees you for you. So I had to learn that. And I know that no matter what my flaws were, God was going to love me unconditionally. And if other people didn't love me unconditionally, he was going to send those that love me regardless of my past, regardless of my flaws. And I also saw, like, in the Bible, there are many instances of people who weren't perfect. So it was just a constant reminder that God uses flawed people to spread hope to a world that is flawed. I see a beautiful, talented, smart, caring, and driven young lady. What I've seen changed about me over the years is that I am more accepting of how I look, accepting of who I truly am. Because for a long time, I felt like I wasn't beautiful. I felt like I wasn't worthy of love. I felt like I wasn't good enough. And now I'm able to say that I am confident in owning who I am. I fully see that I am truly beautiful and I am worthy to be loved. I am beautiful on the inside out. I'm worthy to be loved, and I am the woman that God has created me to be, flaws and all.